ओम गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पतान शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सेदसादनम्। ओम श्री महागणपतये नमः। शारदा शारदाम्बुज वदना वदनाम्बुजे सर्वदा सर्वदास्माकं सन्निधिं सन्निधिं कुर्यात् सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पाद शंकरं लोकशंकरम्। शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासं वसिष्ठनप्तारं शक्तेः पौत्रमकल्मषम् पराशरात्मजं वन्दे शुकतातं तपोनिधिं। व्यासाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। चतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अभाललोचनशम्भुः भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। लेट अस रीड आनंदमयाधिकरण। आनंदमयोऽभ्यासात् विकारशब्दान्नेति चेन्न प्राचुर्यात् तद्धेतुव्यपदेशाच्च मान्त्रवर्णिकमेव च गीयते। नेतरोऽनुपपत्तेः भेदव्यपदेशाच्च कामाच्च नानुमानापेक्षा अस्मिन्नस्य च तद्योगं शास्ति अन्तस्तद्धर्मोपदेशात् भेदव्यपदेशाच्चान्यः आकाशाधिकरणम्। सॉरी, आकाशस्थलिंगात् अतएव प्राणः ज्योतिश्चरणाभिधानात् छन्दोभिधानान्नेति चेन्न तथा चेतोर्पणनिगदात् तथा हि दर्शनम्। As it progresses, the sound is cutting only. छन्दोभिधानात् न इति न, again छन्दोभिधानात् न इति चेत् न तथा चेतोर्पणनिगदात् तथा हि दर्शनम्। भूतादिपाद व्यपदेशोपपत्तेश्चैवम् भूतादिपाद व्यपदेशोपपत्तेश्चैवम्। The patte is there, is not clear. You make mark it. It is pattehe. 26, page 166. इतश्चैवम् अभ्युपगन्तव्यम् अस्ति पूर्वस्मिन् वाक्ये प्रकृतं ब्रह्मति। ब्रह्मेति अत्यतो भूतादीन् पादानव्यपदिशति। भूतपृथिवी शरीरहृदयानि हि निर्दिश्याः। सैषा चतुष्पदा षड्विधा गायत्री इति नहि ब्रह्म अनाश्रयणे केवलस्य छन्दसो भूतादयः पादा उपपद्यन्ते। अपि च ब्रह्मानाश्रयणे न इयं ऋक् सम्बध्येत तावानस्य महिमा अनया हि ऋचा स्वरसेन ब्रह्म एव अभिधीयते। पादोस्य सर्वा भूतानि त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि इति सर्वात्मत्व उपपत्तेः पुरुषसूक्ते अपि इयं ऋक् ब्रह्म परतया एव समाम्नायते। स्मृतिश्च ब्रह्मण एवं रूपताम् दर्शयति। विष्टभ्याहमिदं कृत्स्नम् एकांशेन स्थितो जगत् इति यद्वै तद् ब्रह्म इति च निर्देश एवं सति मुख्यार्थ उपपद्यते। ते वा एते पंच ब्रह्म पुरुषाः इति च हृदय सुषिषु ब्रह्म पुरुष श्रुतिः ब्रह्म संबंधितायाम विवक्षितायाम संभवति तस्मादस्ति पूर्वस्मिन् वाक्ये ब्रह्म प्रकृतम् तदेव ब्रह्म ज्योतिः वाक्ये द्युसंबन्धात् प्रत्यभिज्ञायमानम् परामृश्यते इति स्थितम्. We are now going to see the 26th sutra, which is based on the 3rd chapter and 13th mantra of Chandogya Upanishad. So if you remember, from 23rd, which this Adhikarana was from 22nd or 23rd? 23rd, I think. 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 30th. 24th. Check. 24th. So this is the 3rd sutra of the... There are 4 sutras in this Adhikaran. Jyotish Charanadhikaran is the name. So, remember that in one Adhikaran, the object is one, reasonings are many. And every sutra is giving you one more reasoning. Why many reasonings are there? I had told about that. To get the establishment. When mirror is clear, the face will be clear. So the establishment of the knowledge of self is the main goal in this particular Brahma Sutra. Now let us see. So main discussion of this particular Adhikaran is Jyoti is Brahman. Don't forget that. That topic was discussed in the previous section. In the name of Gayatri. So our present discussion was, what was that? That Gayatri refers to Brahman, or it is a meter only. So we had seen in the last sutra that Gayatri refers to symbol or alamban, and it is not the meter. And there was one reason given. Now, as you know, another reason is given to establish the same fact that Gayatri is not a Chanda, it is the Brahman. So, Purva Prakarana Upasyam na Gayatri Chanda. Upasyam is not Chanda, Alambanam is Chanda. The Alamban means through which you take something and you superimpose something else. Now, in the be careful, previous section called the 5th section, please see 30.6 you see. 3.12 please see this 3.12. It is written there, Saisha Chatushpada Shadvida Gayatri. 3.12.5. Saisha Chatushpada Shadvidha Gayatri. Then it is said Tadetat Richa Abhyunuktam. Abhyunuktam. So, in this particular statement, Gayatri has 4 paths. What is said here? That Gayatri has 4 padas. Chatushpada Gayatri. Ab if you see Gayatri mantra, Bhashyakar indicates that Vedic meter does not have 4 padas, it has only 3 padas. Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi and Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. So 24 akshar is there. 8 into 3 is 24. So how come the Upanishad is saying that Gayatri has 4 padas, whereas the meter has only 3 padas? Okay, understood now? And therefore, that itself indicates that Gayatri here does not refer to the meter only. Because Gayatri has only 3 padas, whereas in this section, it is said here, Saisha Chatushpada Gayatri. Okay. So, now if you say there are 4 padas, so what are the 4 padas of the Gayatri? What are the 4 padas of the Gayatri? This question comes now. So 4 padas you have heard, that one part is the Jagat and all 3 part is the Brahman. But that is from the Rig Veda, not from Samveda. See here, Saisha Chatushpada Shadvida Gayatri Tad Etad Richan Abhyun Uktam. This 6th, 7th, 6th mantra is a quotation from Rig Veda. This is the style of Upanishad. Brahma Vidapnoti Param Tadesha Bhyukta. What my word? So here Tadetad Richa. Richa is from Rig Veda. So this 6th mantra is from Rig Veda quotation. Tavanasya Mahima. Same the Purush Suktvan. He is quoting the Purush Sukta. So Samved is quoting the Rig Veda. So in one part, the whole world is there. 3 parts are Brahman is there. That is said in Rig Veda. Samved one is saying, I have to say something more. What you have to say? All the time you keep on saying only, yes, I have to say. I will just make you underline. Please see that. I am going to chant this. Gayatri va idagam sarvam bhutam yadidam kincha vag vai Gayatri vag va idagam sarvam bhut gayati. So sarvam bhut is 1/4. Bhut. Here bhut means living beings. Then see, ya vai sa Gayatri iyam va vasa ya iyam prithvi. This is another quarter. Prithvi syagam hi idagam sarvam. So this is another quarter. Second path is prithvi. Are you following that? So just underline bhoot, sarvam bhoot, and you underline ya iyam prithvi. Prithvi asya asyagam hidam. This is the second quarter. And third quarter of Gayatri is ya vai sa prithvi iyam vavasa yad idam asmin purushe shariram. All the bodies are the third quarter. Bodies. Here shariram means all bodies. Shariram. Asmin hi ime prana. Then fourth quarter is yadvai etat purushe shariram idam vavatad yadidam asmin antat purushe hridayam. What is in Dvitiya? Hridayam asmin hi ime prana pratishtam. So first pad is the Bhutani. First pad is Bhutani. Second pad is Prithvi. Pad means quarter. Don't write part. I'm saying pad. Pad means quarter. Either you write quarter or either you write pad. Part don't write, because when you say part, you don't know how many parts are there. Pada will indicate that 4 parts are there only. So, because 4 padas are mentioned. So, first pad is Bhutani, second pad is Prithvi, third pad is Shariram, and fourth pad is Hridayam. Is it okay now? So, Bhutani means all beings, living beings. Prithvi, Shariram means all the bodies. And fourth is all Hridayam. So, Bhutan, all living beings. Earth, that means place of living being. Then, Shariram means the body that encloses Bhogayatanam. And Hridayam means Antakaran. So, Antakaran of all. Antakaran of all is Hridayam, subtle body of all. Shariram is gross body of all. Prithvi is the place where this body, subtle and gross body is there. And Bhutani means all beings. If you are careful, all encompass whole world. So how will you say? See the Bhashya. Just 1 minute. Go to the Bhashya. Page 166. Second line. Yato bhutadin padan vyapadishati. Then it is said here, Bhuta Prithvi Sharir Hridayani Nirdishya Ah. He's condensing it. What the Samved is saying, that whole Gayatri is this much. It encompasses all 4 quarters. So, Bhuta Prithvi Sharir Hridayani Chatvari Padani. So 4 padas are this. 4 padas are these. Is it clear now? Another 4 padas are. Only 4 padas of which one part was the whole being. And other 3 padas were empty. That is from the Rig Veda. Because Purush Sukta is from Rig Veda. Now Samved is saying, I am giving you another 4 padas. And these 4 padas are all the jivas, number 1. Number 2, the place where jivas live. It can be Prithvi means any lok. And number 3, all the bodies. And number 4, subtle body. So all these 4 things will comprise of Gayatri. So Gayatri means all 4. That means whole world have been encompassed. Okay. Is it not clear? It is clear. Again, just go one more line. Iti Brahma anashrayane, nahi Brahma anashrayane, kevalasya chandasa bhutadeha padaha upapadyante. If this Gayatri was not Brahma, it can't be all 4. See how he puts this point straight away to the point. So how will you condense the whole thing? Sarvatmakam Brahma. So 4 quarters encompass the whole world. Baya and Antar Prapanch. Antar Prapanch and Baya. What is Antar Prapanch? Subtle body. And Jeev. Baya Prapanch, the body, gross body, and the place, location, lokas. And here Bhashyakar is saying, if Gayatri was only the meter, how can the four padas make whole world? And therefore, this is general analysis going on of this sutra. Therefore, what is therefore? Therefore, what? Gayatri in this case should be Brahma. So, Sarvam Khalu Gayatri Rupam Brahma. Everything is what? Gayatri. When Gayatri will be Brahma only. Only when Brahma is, because this is the Lakshana of the Brahman. Everything is only Brahma only. And here it is mentioned that Gayatri is four padas, that means Gayatri must be Brahman. I hope you have got the point. You please underline these two lines in the Brahma Sutra, starting from Bhut Prithvi Sharir Hridayani Nirdeshya Maha Shaisha Chatushpada Shadvida Gayatri Iti Nahi Brahma Anashrayane Kevalasya Chandaso Bhutadaya Padaha Upapadyante. I hope you are clear. No, I am not clear. If you are not clear, again I will start that. Don't. No, then I am clear. Please continue. Don't start again. I am not tired. I will start. No, I am clear. Please go ahead. So, but these padas are explained in two different ways. As in Chandogya Upanishad, as in Samved, both are in Chandogya Upanishad. In the same third section, 12th section, both two ways are explained. Interesting point is, one is Samved based explanation, other is Rigved based explanation. And in the Samved explanation, four padas are whole creation, and in the Rigved explanation, one path is whole world and three paths is beyond the world. Oh, now I understand. So, Tavanasya Mahima, see, sixth mantra. So, from first mantra to fourth mantra is Samved explanation. Fifth mantra is linking the two. And sixth mantra is Rigved explanation. Okay. Well, this way I'm now understanding the whole second 12th section. I got it. I need not study again. No, this is not a shortcut. If time permits some time, I want to go through each mantra of Chandogya from first to fifth section. And sixth section, please study it properly. 6th, 7th and 8th section are very important section. But now we are understanding that these sections are also very important. I didn't know that. Yes. So, this is now clear. Simple. So, whatever be the explanation, essence is what? Brahman is everything, and here Gayatri is Brahman. Right? In this sutra, Bhagavan Vedavyasa is taking Samved based explanation. Oh, earlier it was another, yes. He is taking Samved based explanation. What is that? Bhutadi Pada Vyapadesha Upapatesh Chaivam. ये क्या है भाई? What is that? अच्छा, in the top kitchen. Okay. So, Bhutadi Pada Vyapadesha Upapattescha. Now let us go to the word analysis. What is the word analysis of this sutra? There are 3 words in this sutra. What are the 3 words? Please see. One is, write 3 words separately. One is Bhut Adi Pad Vyapadesh Uppattehe. This is one word. I think you have to write separately, because if you mark in that, it won't be clear. In the book, it won't be clear. So, second word is cha, and third word is evam. So there are 3 words now. Bhutadi pad vyapa desh upapatte cha and evam. Okay? 3 words are there only. 4 words are there. See, Bhutadi Pad Vyapadeshu Upapatte is 1 word only. Now let us take one by one word. So Bhutadi Pad Vyapadeshu Upapatte is 1 word. So here Bhut means all living beings. Char, Achar. Adi, you can make it out. What is Adi? All 3 padas. 3 padas. That means what? Lok, Prithvi, etc. Then bodies and Hridaya, etc. So Adi means 3 things. Prithvi, Sharir and Hridayani. And Vyapadesh Upapatte means, padas means Bhutadi Pad, means 4 quarters. Vyapadesh Upapatte means Vyapadesh hetu, because of the mention of. Because of the mention of. Oh. Vyapadesh is coming very frequently. Upadesh has been given. Vyapadesh means what has been mentioned in the Shruti. Vyapadesh. So what is the whole meaning of now? Final meaning. Because of the mention of the living beings, etc. Etc. means 3 quarters. As the 4 quarters of Gayatri. Again, because of the mention of living beings, etc. etc. in bracket 3 quarters, as the 4 quarters of Gayatri. Bhutadi Vyapadesha Upapatte. Okay. Cha. Cha means here cha is also. Why also? Because of the previous reason and this reason also. Evam. Evam means same conclusion is there. What? Purva Prakarana Upasyam Na Gayatri Chanda Varan Parantu Gayat Brahma Eva. Evam. Same conclusion is. I hope it is now clear. Here Brahma is Saguna Brahma, Nirguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma. Topic is of Saguna Brahma. Don't confuse it. Nirguna Brahma is not the mind. And therefore, why? Because world cannot become part of Vedic meter. 4 part of a Vedic meter cannot be world. It can be part of the Brahman only. And therefore, conclusion is Brahmeva Upasyam. Okay? This is a simple sutra, no problem. Only all sutras very simple. All sutras not very difficult. But if you don't read it properly, it will become very difficult. यद्वै तद् ब्रह्म इति च निर्देश एवं सति मुख्यार्थ उपपद्यते. See, just you see the bhashya, just 1 minute. I'm not going to say it is understood that you will be understanding. So I'm not going to explain. Api cha brahma anashrayane na iyam rik sambandhet. Without connected to Brahman, this rig mantra won't be clear. Tavanasya mahima. This is Padosya Vishwabhudani Tripadasya Mritamdi. Anaya hi richa स्वरसेन ब्रह्मैव विधीयते. पादोस्य सर्वभूतानि त्रिपादस्य अमृतम दिवि इति सर्वात्मत्व उपपत्तेः. क्लियर. पुरुष सूक्ते अपि इयं ऋग ब्रह्म परतया एव समाम नायते. This is said in Purush Sukta also. Then he says स्मृतिश्च ब्रह्मण एवं रूपता दर्श्यते. Gita has said विष्टभ्यामिदं कृष्णम एकांशेन स्थितो जगत्. One part is the whole world and all part is free. That means only on one amsh Brahman is, Jagat is appearing on Brahman. And Brahman is beyond the Jagat. This meaning is they don't make part. Yad vai tad Brahma iti cha nirdesha evam sati mukhyartha upapadyate. Then what I had said about security guard. Security guard was there. No? Not here. Security guard in the, she's saying here. Kya yaar? 13th section we had seen that there were 5 security guards. See here. Kahan se kahan pahuncha? Teva ete panch brahma purushaha. I told you brahma purushaha word was there. Iti cha hriday su shishu. Don't read wrong. Shushuma, don't read. Brahma Purusha Shruti Brahma Sambanditayam Vibhakshitayam Samavati. So this 5 security guard whose name was Brahma Purush, they must be connected to the main one. Therefore their name is Brahma Purush. I told also. Tasmadasti purvasmin vakye Brahma prakritam. Therefore Brahma should be the meaning in the last section. Tadeva Brahma Jyoti Vakye Dyu Sambandhat Pratyabhigyaayamanam Paramrishyate te sthitam. And this is, I'm going to take this portion. Now let us see the next sutra. This sutra is over. 27th sutra. I think in this section, this is the last sutra. Please repeat. उपदेश भेदान नेति चेत न उभयस्मिन् अपि अविरोधात्. Again, उपदेश भेदान नेति चेत न उभयस्मिन् अपि अविरोधात्. Let us read something before I go to the next sutra. Please repeat after me. Yad api etad uktam. Page 167. Yad api etad uktam purvatra त्रिपादस्यामृतं दिवि इति सप्तम्या द्यौः आधारत्वेन उपदिष्टा इह पुनः अथ यदतः परो दिवः इति पंचम्या मर्यादात्वेन तस्माद उपदेश भेदात न तस्येह प्रत्यभिज्ञानमस्तीति तत्परिहर्तव्यम् अत्रोच्यते नायं दोषः उभयस्मिन्नप्यविरोधात् उभयस्मिन्नपि सप्तम्यन्ते पञ्चम्यन्ते चोपदेशे न प्रत्यभिज्ञानं विरुध्यते यथा लोके वृक्षाग्रसम्बद्धोऽपि शेन उभयथोपदिश्यमानो दृश्यते वृक्षाग्रे शेनः वृक्षाग्रात् परतः शेनः इति च एवं दिव्येव सद्ब्रह्म दिवः परम् इति उपदिश्यते अपर आह यथा लोके वृक्षाग्रेण असम्बद्धोऽपि शेन उभयथोपदिश्यमानो दृश्यते वृक्षाग्रे शेनो वृक्षाग्रात् परतः शेन इति च एवं दिवः परमपि सद्ब्रह्म दिवीति उपदिश्यते तस्मादस्ति पूर्वनिर्दिष्टस्य ब्रह्मण इति प्रत्यभिज्ञानम् अतः परमेव ब्रह्म ज्योतिशब्दम् इति सिद्धम्. Now you have to enter into some grammatical points. Ready? Very simple. Don't worry. So we analyze the 12th section and we analyze that Gayatri is Brahman. Okay. And then we said that 13th section, Jyoti is Gayatri and Jyoti is Brahman. Oh, I understood that. Now this Purupaksh is raising one more point. You agree that Gayatri is Brahman. But how did you come to conclusion that Jyoti is Gayatri? Well, we gave you 3 reasons. If you remember, there are 3 reasons to give that. Well, remember that 3 reasons. One reason was the pronoun reason. Other reason was because it is coming between 2 Saguna Upasana, therefore in between. And second reason? Second reason was the mention of the word Divaha. Association of Diva is here also, there also. So Brahman is associated with the here also and there also. Well, yes. Well, this is where I am not comfortable. Oh, why? Why? Why are you not comfortable? What is the problem? No, I have problem. That is what I am asking. What is the problem? What is your problem? Please tell me, then I'll sort it out. You use the Pratyabhijna. You had used Pratyabhijna. Pratyabhijna means seeing somebody, you remember him. Oh, he was this person was the same. You saw somebody and you recognize him. First time I saw Pratyabhijna is not there. But I saw you second time or fifth time I see who is the same person. So where there is a oneness of the Pratyaksh and the Smriti. He is the same person. I saw him yesterday or I saw 10 years back, he is the same person. Pratyabhijna is there. Right? So Pratyabhijna assumes that one who is in the present is same one who was in the past. And whole Vyavahar is because of Pratyabhijna. You see me and you understand it's the same Swamiji who is there all the time. If you don't have Smriti, you will wonder who is this. This is called memory loss. In dementia, etc., this Pratyabhijna goes away. Pratyaksh is there. Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's, they are all brother sister. So the person is seeing his son like this. He's wondering that who is he. Pratyaksh is there. He sees that one person is standing. But so they ask, you recognize him? He'll say no. He doesn't recognize anybody. But Pratyaksh is there. He sees directly, but there is no memory of that. So brain's function has gone defective. Cells have gone. He can't recognize anybody. What a painful thing. Not for him, others. For him, he is already down. He is not bothered. He doesn't recognize anything. But for others to know that he is not recognizing me, it is not good experience. So, in this 13th section, Diva word was coming. In the 12th section, Divi word was coming. I need not tell where. Adosya Vishwabhitani Tripatasya Amritam Divi. So then one argument was because of the association with the sea. This is also beyond the heaven and that is also beyond heaven. Therefore, both are connected to heaven. Therefore, both is talking about the same Brahman. So this Pratyabhijna word was used regarding Divi. Here also Paradeva has been used, which is beyond heaven. There also Paradeva, which is beyond the heaven. So both are beyond heaven, therefore both are Brahman. So that Brahman should be here because they both are connected with beyond heaven. So there also beyond heaven was, you prove Brahman. Here also beyond heaven, Jyoti cannot be beyond heaven, therefore this Jyoti will be Brahman. I hope you are clear how the argument goes. Now Purva Paksh is raising. So how you are saying that both are the Brahman? Because Swargalok Sambandh Vashat. Both are commonly connected to Swargalok and therefore Sadrishyam Asti. Okay. And therefore I compared that the same Diva word should be meaning heaven. This is our Siddhanti saying. Siddhanti means here one who is the propounder of Upanishadic statement. Vedant, what is it? Okay. So, Dyulog Sambandha Pratyabhijnanat. Dyulog, Sambandh is there of the Brahman. How do you know? Pratyabhijnanat. Dyulog Sambandha Pratyabhijnanat. So both are Brahman. Is it okay? Now Purva Paksh is raising a point here. He said, but I I have my problem. What is your problem? My problem is, in the 12th section, Padosya Vishwa Bhutani Tripadasya Amritam, Divi word has been said. Divi. In 13th section, Paro Diva has been used. So both are different vibhaktis now. Divi is 7th case. Oh. And Diva is 5th case. Acha. So I have a grammatical problem. Because Divi means in the heaven. And there Diva means beyond the heaven. Parah Diva, that is 5th case. So beyond is used in the 5th case. Little grammar is required. Diva, in the 13th section, Parah Diva has been used. Beyond the heaven. Jyoti is beyond heaven. And there in the 12th section, Padosya Vishwa Bhutani Tripadasya Amritam Divi, 3 part is in the heaven. How can you say here it is beyond and there it is in? If you don't know grammar, no problem. Diva word is Vakarant Striling. Not Bakarant, Vakarant. Did you catch this point or not? No? Well, it's okay, all is fine, don't worry. Tell in English. Okay, English is... In 13th section, it is said that light is beyond heaven. There, Diva is 5th case. Dyauhu, Divau, Divaha. Divam, Divau, Divaha. Diva, Dyubhyam, Dyubhi. Dive, Dyubhyam, Dyubhya. Divaha, Dyubhyam, Dyubhya. Very easy, I start. Then you start. And 7th case will be, so 6th case is Divaha, Dyuhoho. And 7th case will be Divi, Dyuho. So Divi is in the heaven and Diva is beyond the heaven. So what so? The whole meaning will be different, sir. Purpak shakes you. You are saying in the 12th section, Padosya Vishwa Bhutani Tripadasya Amritam Divi. So in the heaven is the 3 portion, that means, and you said it is beyond the, and in the 13th section, Para Diva has been beyond, that light is beyond the heaven. Here in the heaven has been mentioned. How can you take the meaning of beyond the heaven here? Oh. So I have a grammatical problem. By there the heaven meaning will not. So there you are saying the Divi means beyond the heaven. Yes. Because why can't I take the word Diva in the heaven? Because Padosya Vishwa Bhutani, all the words are included in the first part. So again it won't come there. 3 parts are not remaining because that heaven is already being included in the first part only. No, but why the 7th case is there? I'm telling you. Hold on. Have patience. Take deep breath. Okay. In this sutra it is written, see the word, Ubhayasmin api avirodhat. Even though cases are different, still the topic is same. Meaning is same. Well, how come? How come meaning is same, topic is different? Sorry, cases are different. I'm telling you, there are certain contexts in which you use different cases in the same way. Certain contexts, cases are, when I say cases means preposition. In English, cases means preposition. In Sanskrit, preposition is not used. On, in, of, to. It is vibhakti is used. Cases are used. To is secondary, dvitiya vibhakti. Sometimes the prepositions have the different prepositions are there, but the meaning is not different. And sometimes different preposition is there, but the meaning is different. Oh, both is there, yes. Now you are talking about grammatical complications. I will not clarify that. Okay. I am talking to Rajiv. So Rajiv is in which vibhakti? To is in Rajiv. I am going to India. So Dvitiya is there. Dvitiya is there. So to is for Dvitiya. I am talking to him. Okay. I am going to India. I am going to Gangaji. I am going to, but you say, supposing you say, so this is all clear in Dvitiya Vibhakti. To drive this point is another Vibhakti now. There too is in the sense of for driving this point. So sometimes you use that word preposition, but it is not in direct meaning of that preposition. One more example I'll give you. This place is on the sea. This place is on the sea. On the sea does not literal meaning is there that it is on the sea. It is the meaning just nearby. It is over the sea is there. So here on the locative is in the sense of over. You cross it. After crossing it, you have it. So although on the sea, Gangayam Goshaha, if you remember Gangayam Goshaha, Jahat Lakshan was there. So, although it is mentioned, the mention is there, but it is in the mention of across. Yes, my house is on the road. As you go, my house is on the road. But literally, it doesn't mean that house is sitting on the road. It means across the road, my house is there. So beyond that point, it is just across the road. So to say the word across, I use the word my house is on the road. Seeing that. So Saptami is in the meaning of across, over, beyond. So here in Divi word, Saptami is in the meaning of beyond Divi. Okay. We use lot of preposition in our day-to-day life. We use lot of. He is on the table. He is on the table. Cat is on the table. Cat is on the table. Which vibhakti? Seventh. Cat is on the table. Cat is on the table. Or cat is over the table. Cat is over the table. Cat is on the table. But for dining you say, he is still on the table. There is not in the case of Saptami. That means he is eating on the table. There it is in Dvitiya Vibhakti. So on the table can be Saptami also, can be Dvitiya also. It is still on the table. Boy jumped over the table. Boy, the cat jumped over the table, meaning that boy, the cat is on the table. But boy jumped over the table, it jumped across the table. So the meaning over can be in the Saptami also, seventh case, locative also. The meaning over can be across also. So you have to think what is the meaning is there. Another example. We'll give in Sanskrit now. Okay. Jnanena moksha or jnanat moksha. Both are same. So by knowledge is moksha and from knowledge is moksha. So both are same now. By and from are same now. So Tritiya is used in the Panchami and Panchami is in Tritiya. Here in this present context. Okay. So it is appearing as it is a seventh case is Divi is there, but there also it is beyond the Divi is the meaning there. Okay. I hope you are. Here, the example of bird has been given. See in the earth. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Yatha Loke, 168 page. Well, there's so much we have to study. I think I'll go mad. I left college studies to come here. Running here also, there also notes, here also notes. There also test, here also. Thank God test is not there. Oh, I remember that test. Don't take any test. There also by hearting, here also by hearting. There are also big books, here also many books. So much trouble is here. Hey, don't worry. There is no difference. That college you study for dharma, for earth and calm. Here it is for moksha you are studying. To make your convictions. Okay. So, yatha loke vrikshagra sambandho api shena. Shen is the name of bird. Shen. Vulture is there. Vulture is there. So, he is that vulture. What is written? Vrikshagra sambandho api shena. So, it is over the tree. It is over the tree. Who? That vulture or the bird. And then it is another expression is there. Vrikshagrat paratah shena. One is over the tree and one is on the top of the tree. Both are same meaning is there. On the top of the tree, over the tree, beyond the tree and on the tree. One is on the tree, other is beyond it. So both have the same meaning here. This is called Samipta Saptami. Seventh case is used in the meaning of nearness. Nearness. Vrikshagrat paratah shena iti. Location, it is beyond that. Evam divi eva sad brahma divah paramiti upadashyate. Although divi word has been used in 12th section, but it is the meaning of beyond the heaven. I hope this point is now clear. Okay. Prakriti is common, pratyay is different. This is called. Communication is same, but the words are different. Communication is same, words are different. Okay. So this is the. So what is the sutra? This see. Ubhayasmin api, in both the cases, avirodhat. Meaning is avirodhat. So Upadesh Bhedat, he is saying Upadesh Bhedat. No, I'll come to the word meaning, I'm just giving you. Upadesh Bhedat, because both the Upadesh are different. One is Divi, other is Paradeva. And therefore, same is not there. That Brahm is na iti chet. Upadesh Bhedat na iti chet. This is Purvapaksh. Upadesh Bhedat na. So Gayatri, the Jyoti is not Gayatri. Here is na is for like that. Upadesh Bhedat na. Jyoti is not Gayatri. Upadesh Bhedat. Too many times na is coming. Upadesh Bhedat. Jyoti na Gayatri. Iti chet. So first na is for Jyoti is not Gayatri. And second na is answer of Siddhanti. Na. Ubhayasmin api avirodhat. Both the places the meaning is same. Although the word pratyay is different. Cases are different. Okay. So this is to tell, whole thing is to tell that how Jyoti is Brahman. Arey bhai, I believe it. Don't trouble, I believe. No, you have to get your mind more tuned. Why will Bhagwan Veda Vyas write Brahma Sutra? Sometimes you will find that why is like that. When I was reading Gita for the first time, without any teacher, etc., so a lot of shlok I felt, why this shlok is required? Without a small intellect, what will understand? Already Bhagwan told this earlier. Why he is again saying like that? I didn't feel the difference between two shlokas. Why he has to say the same thing? And that time, only one thing helped me. I was a student of graduation only. That Bhagwan is saying there must be something that which I am not understanding. If that is there, there must be some purpose or something I am missing to understand, because Bhagwan Krishna is saying like that. In life, many things you won't understand about the scripture. But imagine Bhagwan Vedvyas, who was the avatar of Lord Vishnu. He is saying there must be something which he wants to say. Some nishtha he is trying to make here. He is trying to fix our mind on that. That please see the Upanishadic words more seriously. Please have more abidance in the self. Please have more commitment for the mantras of the Upanishads. There is no other. This alone is the reality. 3 reasons I have told why Brahma Sutra. Many reasons are given for one point. One is you have to develop the reasoning. He wants that you should develop the reasoning aspect. 50 commentaries are there on Brahma Sutra. Main commentaries. Ramanujacharya wrote, Madhvacharya wrote. Of course Shankaracharya wrote, Vallabhacharya wrote. कुछ तो होगा इसमें. So he wants we should be abiding into that self. Or we should be abiding in the Sagun Brahma also, in Ishwar also. His attempt is that we should not take Sagun Brahma also lightly. And Nirgun Brahma also you don't take lightly. Both alone is the meaning in the Shastra. There is no other way out. This is the meaning. Okay, so many things when you don't understand by your intellect, please don't follow your intellect. Our intellect is very, very limited. Its information is limited. Its examples are limited. Its analysis is very limited. It has very short-sightedness. It sees very small thing. One day Guruji told that when I was with Gurudev, some things what Gurudev did not transfer this person or did this. I said, why Gurudev is doing like that? And then he added one line which I liked. He said, when this thought came, I always felt there must be some purpose which I am not understanding. Shraddha comes in your area where your understanding is not able to comprehend, but still you say there must be something. I am giving a benefit of doubt. In cricket it is called benefit of doubt. I don't understand. My logic is not able to comprehend that. As far as my intellect is concerned, it is not able to understand why, what. But still there must be something. I give you a chance. I offer myself to you. When the Vedanta student comes to study Vedanta, he doesn't know Atmabodh, Brahma, Tattvabodh, Vivek, Choda. He doesn't know what is text also. But he offers himself to the teacher. He said, okay, I am available. For 2 years I am available. I am giving you a chance to do. Then when we used to study this text, so many students used to come, why the same Brahman is being described here? When Acharya has taken one text, why he is going to another text which describes the same Brahman? Why not something new? Then I said, but truth will be ever, only one truth will be there. But why so many texts? Enough, it is Vedanta course should be over in 1 month because this already Brahman is said. So why he is going to another text, then third text, fourth text? This question, new student come by changing the clothes. From pant shirt he has put on white or yellow. It doesn't mean the mind has changed. So fast it is to change the clothes, but so difficult to change the mind. Change of mind is in bursts. Change of clothes is a minute. It took time for them to understand that you have to keep on reading because you have not really understood it and you have not really abiding in it. Your manan is weak. Even your Shravan is weak. Still there are a lot of points you don't understand. You are thinking you understand, but you have not understood properly also. Therefore, lot of Shravan is required and lot of reflection is required. And today, after so many years, I feel 2 years are very less. I feel more time should be given to the mind He should ask more questions. He should have more text should be taken. But digestion is very weak. So in 2 years only the students get restless. Everybody is waiting when the course will be over. And the countdown starts, well, 7 months are remaining, 5. Here it is not that. But if you go in Sandipni, they're just waiting for it as if you are in jail and you are waiting to get it. Well, 7 months, 6 months, 5 months, 3 months, 2 months. Everybody is very happy that it is going to get over. I'll run away from here. Maybe some Rajogun is there and that Rajogun is not able to accept that too much sattvic environment. The first few months you can see bird, tree, also nice bird, what a good tree. Every day same tree, same path, bird hut. So something in life you have to do with the Shraddha Bhakti. Mantra you do. You have been told by Om Namah Shivaya, you jap, do jap. How you do jap Om Namah? Nothing happens here. What is Om Namah Shivaya? What is this Gayatri Mantra? Nothing happens. When directly your logic and your perceptibility doesn't give you that fruit what is mentioned. But still you continue. That is where Shraddha is required. You give a chance. Still I chant, yes, still you chant Gayatri. You do 1 mala, now you go for 5 mala, 7 mala, 10 mala, 15 mala, 20 mala. Then you will see what Gayatri means. So please don't put your logic of why should I study this. More you will go into it, more your conviction will be clear. No, Sagun Brahm is there. Ishwar is there. Because I'm telling you, he is refuting Sankhya. Sankhya is his opponent here. If you remember, I told whole place is that Sankhya is the Nirishwarvadi Darshan. That only matter is there and consciousness is there. Everything has come from matter. To establish Ishwar is his attempt, because Sankhya took this portion of Jyoti and he started establishing. They wrote books on this Jyoti Prakarana. That here Prakriti is mentioned. Because you have not read Sankhya very well, you don't know their argument, therefore you will not find. But they said, no, matter is there. And from matter world has come. And he is now saying, no, that Ishwar from Ishwar world has come. And therefore here the word Jyoti should not be taken as the Jyoti, inner Jyoti. It should be taken as the Sagun Brahm only. And the Upasana of Sagun Brahm should be done, which is in the Gayatri Upasana is mentioned in the last section. Bhagwan has mentioned, he is Bhagwan, don't say Ved Vyas, say Bhagwan Ved Vyas. Namostute Vyas Vishal Buddhe. He is a visionary who saw that people won't be understanding, therefore he compiled, wrote the Ved, wrote it, what was in the mind, he edited, he put it in the form of Rig Veda, etc. Okay, so have some kind of faith. Because our appetite is very low, our diet is very less, our Sattvagun is not that much, therefore we may get tired, we may get exhausted, but there is a meaning behind that. Okay, more we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.